Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's January 5th, 2019. I hope everybody had a good New Year's and everything. I think I already covered that. A couple things I want to get into real quick. It's a Saturday. Of course, it's raining. All week long we get these beautiful days, and on a Saturday, it rains. We get Saturday and Sunday off for the regular people that work full-time jobs, Monday through Friday. And the one day we want to walk around with our daughter and enjoy ourselves and just have a good time, and it's fucking raining. It's been doing this for a while now, Seems like Tuesday and Wednesday. All right, you know what? I don't even know how I want to bring a couple things up in terms of the flat earth, okay? Now, I don't know what year you grew up in or what generation you're from, but there was once a thing called, and there still is, of course, prejudice towards a race or a religion, okay? It's now been called out, and people don't do that anymore. I don't know why they did it to begin with anyway, but they don't do it anymore because they'll get in trouble for it. In some cases, you can get arrested for it, depending on what you do. Now, in this case, I think it should be put on the table, for people to see. And I think people should be called out on it. I think flat earth should be a law at this point right now. There's enough of us out there right now, and there's enough of us aware, and we know what's going on, that if you were to make a remark against a flat earther, I think it should be treated as somebody making a remark in a racist tone. Why not? Really, why not? We've been policed for everything else we do. Why not this? There's enough of us out there right now. There's enough people that know that the earth is flat, and we're not being fooled anymore about this nonsense, about this garbage, about the lies. There's plenty of us there now, which means I think it should be constituted as a law if you make fun of a flat earther. Because, think about it, guys. Here, I found a parking spot right here. This isn't a law, this is reality, This is something that people should realize, that the reality that they live in is totally fake and total bullshit. If people take religion, if people take race so seriously, then why aren't people taking flat earth seriously? You know what I'm saying? Because of the media, because of the general media that the public sees, and just nonsense. Because they think if somebody believes in a flat earth, that we believe that Earth is a disc floating in space and everything else is round. These are what the scientists say to people, and this is what distracts people. They're not comprehending the true facts. No, flat earthers do not believe we're a fucking disc floating in space. As a matter of fact, we are the universe right here. Heaven is upon earth, okay? All right? It's all here, contained in a nice little package. That's what flat earth is. There is no space. There are no planets. There's nothing. Nothing at all. And that's what somebody who first gets into something like this thinks, okay? And think about it. Really, think about it. When you first got into flat earth, okay, who did you see? What did you see? What video did you see? What brought you upon to do your research on it? Well, you know what I'll tell you right now? If you go onto Google and you type in flat Earth, you're going to get all sorts of bullshit, all sorts of nonsense that's making it more difficult for people like us to get to people like people who want to get into the flat Earth. I don't want to say you because pretty much everybody who's watching me is a flat earther, I would say, except, whatever, the fake trolls, but we all know who those are. Well, my point is, just go in there. Go ahead. Type Google. Go into Google and type flat Earth, okay? And find out what you see. You can't even get the correct measurements of the diameter of the Earth. The supposed diameter of the Earth. They're forgetting about the squared. Okay, you realize if AH per mile squared, if you leave the squared out, that means what we live on would be like the size of Jupiter, okay, in reality. But we don't, because we're not a planet. We're a flat plane. And people want to know this, and they have to realize this. And there's only so much we can do. There's only so many people we can get to. But you see what Google is suppressing everything. And if they weren't doing this, you don't seem to realize we're all on to something. And we all know that the Earth is flat and beyond that at this point. But you can't get into those things with people right now. You've got to research that stuff yourself. You've got to research the simulation, the computer simulation, flat Earth and beyond, okay? You've got to research the mud floods, okay? Because there's all these signs, but you can't get anybody, you can't even bring that up. Don't bring it up with anybody unless if you think that, if you mention the mud flood with them and then they get into flat Earth, that's a different story. If they go from there to reverse and then get into flat Earth, because, some people do that. I did that with NASA. I got into NASA first and then I got into flat Earth. So, look, there's so many ways people find the truth, and it's difficult to pinpoint what it is. And that's why when you're out there as an activist and you think people aren't showing up, it has nothing to do with the flat Earth community at all, or whatever you want to call people who believe in the flat Earth like myself. Maybe we're busy, okay? We have lives, and we try to do whatever we can do. And look, I haven't been able to put a video out in a couple of days now, and that's because I'm busy, just like people are. Sometimes people can't get and comment into my videos, and I can't even comment back to them for 2 or 3 days because we're busy. We have lives, unfortunately. We've been forced in this slavery system that we're in, okay? So until people figure out how to get into flat Earth, and also use that as supply as a salary, then we're all just going to have to do this for the time being. And I promise you, it's just going to be for the time being right now. Because we're all going to be able to really get more people awake on this. And it's just because a lot of us are distracted. We all have families and we've all got stuff to deal with. So people will be getting back to me and telling me about, the China has put come on, man. Really, and people believe this because all they have to see is a picture, a diagram of nonsense, of bullshit, complete nonsense, and they believe it. And that's why it's very difficult for them to believe in the flat Earth, because the only pictures that they've ever seen, just like when we were not flat earthers, all we had to look at was a picture of space and a planet, and yeah, of course, why wouldn't we buy it? We knew to be true. Why would they lie about that? It's a true statement. It's a true picture. It's not a drawing. They wouldn't do that. See how your eyes play tricks on you. Because you don't know the difference between a drawing and a picture. You never will, because you'll never see the perspective of that. And that's why people look at it this way, if that makes any sense at all to you. But there were some other things I wanted to mention too. Well, I have my ingredients here because I'm making chicken rollatini, my little recipe stuff here, and that's why I'm out right now. But I had to put this out there. I don't know. All right. I mean, I just see people. They're zombies. They're done. They don't know what to do anymore. I mean, they get to that age where it's just they they can't be bothered. You know. I mean, there's nothing you can do for them. Okay. Work on the people that you think you've got a chance to wake up. All right. Don't fight with people that have no chance. When it comes down to family members, they'll wake up. Don't worry about that. They might think you're going through a change or something like that or some bullshit, but once they realize it and once they see the truth, and maybe at some point they'll see one of their ridiculous actors or actresses come out and actually even mention flat earth, and they go investigate it on their own no matter what age they are, they'll wake up. All right. Well, I hope everybody's good. Um, all right. Thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos and let me be a part of your life.